There is a hidden enemy that many men face in silence, a problem that erodes confidence and ruins moments that should be full of power and intimacy. Premature ejaculation is not just a physical disorder. It is a shadow that paralyzes the soul, whispering doubts and fears with every attempt. It is a silent battle that many avoid facing, hiding behind fear and shame. In this video, you will discover 5 secret, powerful, and little-known strategies that can turn this battle in your favor. Prepare to face the darkest truth about controlling your own pleasure and how to master it. What no one talks about is the silent price that premature ejaculation demands: loss of self-esteem, emotional isolation, and the constant fear of failing in front of someone you love. This fear creates an invisible prison, a vicious cycle where the dread of failure only increases anxiety, deepening the problem. Studies show that up to 1/3 of men have faced this struggle, and many feel alone in this battle. Often, the silence is so heavy that it stifles any attempt to seek help. But here, at Men's Health Codes, you will learn how to break these chains, because true strength begins when we face our deepest demons and decide to confront them head-on. Imagine using your own body as a weapon. After the first orgasm, your body enters a resistance mode, where every second can be extended as a silent victory. Some men train this technique, preparing the ground for moments of absolute control, where intimacy is no longer a threat, but conquered territory. Even after intense days, the practice of resetting a body during the afternoon may be the secret to turning nights marked by fear into nights of power and control. Think about the difference this simple strategy can make in your life, transforming anxiety into mastery. You are about to learn one of the most difficult and effective disciplines to master your body, the start-I'll-stop technique. With every step, you approach the limit, feel the peak of excitement, but stop, exactly before collapse. This mental battle requires strength, awareness, and patience. Repeated carefully, it creates an almost supernatural control over pleasure. Many give up, tired and frustrated, but those who persist turn anxiety into power, making pleasure a lasting and conscious experience. The technique demands practice, mindfulness, and commitment to not give in to momentary impulses. It is a game of mental and physical resistance. Touch can be both a blessing and a curse. Condoms are the simplest and most effective shield for many, reducing sensitivity and delaying the inevitable. But the real secret weapon is anesthetic creams like EMLA, small doses of applied science to numb the nerves and gain precious seconds. However, this practice is not for everyone. It requires caution and respect for the body, because the balance between control and pleasure is an art few master. Incorrect use can cause discomfort or even reduce satisfaction, so understanding how to apply it correctly is essential to turn this tool into a faithful ally. It's not enough to just apply a cream or use a condom. The secret lies in preparation, the right timing, exact amount, and deep understanding of your own body. Many make mistakes in this process, leading to frustration or even discomfort. You will discover how to turn this technique into a ritual of power, where every step is controlled and calculated, elevating your mastery over intimate moments to levels never imagined before. Visualize every movement, every moment of waiting, as a sacred preparation for absolute control. This is the path of true masters of pleasure. There is a hidden side of medicine where antidepressants like SSRIs, used for anxiety and depression, have a side effect that is a salvation for many: delaying orgasm. These medications alter serotonin levels, the neurotransmitter responsible for emotional control and pleasure, and transform the body's rhythm. It's not magic, it's science, but this weapon should only be used with strict medical guidance, respecting the limits of body and mind to avoid dangerous side effects. Understanding how these medications influence your brain chemistry could be the key to a new phase of control, where mind and body work in harmony. Understanding that your brain is as much a protagonist as your body is fundamental. Anxiety, fear, and stress can be powerful triggers for premature ejaculation. Brain chemistry doesn't lie, and adjusting this balance can be the turning point. Many men who surrender to mental control not only manage to prolong the act, but also regain genuine pleasure and lost confidence. Learning to calm the mind, breathe deeply, and master your thoughts is as essential as any physical technique. Total mastery is born from the mind-body connection. Many men carry the weight of premature ejaculation, an invisible burden that destroys their self-esteem and intimacy. Psychotherapy is not a sign of weakness. It is the armor of true warriors. Facing the fear, shame, and anxiety that dwell in the mind, the bravest and most decisive step. With qualified professionals, and even the convenience of online consultations, it is possible to break the cycle of self-sabotage and rebuild your sexual and emotional identity. Healing begins when the internal darkness is illuminated by understanding and the right help. The taboo surrounding premature ejaculation silences many men, pushing them into isolation. But healing begins when you bring that shadow into the light. Talking to a therapist, partner, or even educating yourself are powerful acts that open doors to liberation. Here, vulnerability turns into strength, and silence becomes a voice. The first step may be frightening, but it is also the most freeing. Breaking the silence is starting to write a new story of power and confidence. More than isolated techniques, control comes from building a ritual that involves mind and body. Preparation, awareness, discipline, and courage compose this routine of power. The man who masters his pleasure is the one who understands his body, respects his limits, and applies precisely the strategies we've learned here. This journey is not fast, but every step is worth it. Transform your intimate life into a series of rituals that strengthen your mastery each day. The path of true winners. Your mental health directly impacts your sexual performance. Anxiety and stress are silent enemies that sabotage your control and pleasure. Taking care of the mind, practicing exercises, breathing techniques, and seeking emotional balance are essential parts of combating premature ejaculation. The body reflects what the mind feels. Strengthen your inner self to master the outer. Seek practices that calm the spirit and build confidence. They are the invisible foundations of your power. You are faced with a choice. Remain trapped by fear or take control of your intimate life. The strategies, knowledge, and power are in your hands. Facing premature ejaculation as a challenge to overcome is the first step to reclaiming your strength and confidence. Don't wait any longer. Transformation begins when you decide to act. Every decision you make is a step towards freedom and sovereignty over your body and mind. Share your experience in the comments. It can help others break free from this silence that so often imprisons. Subscribe to Men's Health Codes and be part of the community that faces its greatest fears and emerges victorious. Turn on notifications so you don't miss the next secrets that will transform your life. This is your journey, your moment, your victory. The darkness may be deep, but the light of overcoming shines even brighter. We are in this battle together.